Hello friends, Klaige back with another video today. I'm going to be commentating a set I had with a Ramlethal not too long ago, right after the monthly reset while I was working on getting back into Celestial and then playing in Celestial a little bit. Before I get started, I just want to talk about that for a second. I've been seeing a lot of comments and feedback and stuff of people are saying like I made it to X Floor for the first time with Anji and, showing me appreciation for putting out the content and stuff, and that's awesome. Celebrate your accomplishments. Definitely feel free to share those. I think that's a super healthy thing for fighting games. At the same time, I just want to tell people to not stress out and not take ranked in Strive too seriously. I played Guilty Gear for 80 to 85 hours last month, collecting footage for the channel, playing matches, testing out stuff on my own, all that good stuff. And I didn't even keep my Celestial rank, and 99% of my matches were just playing in the Celestial room. So if that doesn't tell you the kind of obscene time investment you need to maintain not like number one in this game, but quote unquote high rank, nothing else is really going to show it. So I've said more than once that being in Celestial is just a showing of time investment. It's not necessarily a showing of skill. So keep that in mind, because I think it's really easy when something is labeled as ranked to take it super seriously and to end up stressing yourself out if you're like not doing well or if you get knocked down a floor. Like, fighting games are hard. You're gonna lose as you go. So, but especially with a system as flawed as the Celestial system is, don't take this too seriously. It's totally not worth that. So, with that out of the way, this set ended up being really good. I was not recording when I played this, because I figured I'm just going to re-earn my rank, and I was working on implementing some new stuff in terms of optimization, so I didn't expect to have any kind of actual worthwhile footage. Well, it turns out I played a really, really good set that would be perfect for this kind of commentary video, and of course I wasn't recording, and of course the replay system's still effed up. So I lost 3 of the 9 matches to replay desync. So, and the reason I want to share that is because what I want to highlight in this set are my adjustments and my willingness to be more patient and intelligent as this set goes on. You're going to see there's 6 matches here. You're going to see me go 4-2, but the first 2 sets I played, the first 2 sets of 3, I went 1-2 and 1-2. This Ram beat the brakes off me pretty hard. The final set, after I finally kind of wised up and realized the really dumb mistakes I was making, I ended up sweeping that set, and it was a real like shift in my play, in my defense especially. So that's why I want to highlight this and talk about the process. So just keep in mind you're kind of missing a few of the games that show that adjustment slowly. I think one of them is a replay where I just got absolutely smothered, like it was bad. So that one's not a huge loss, because it basically would have been like, yeah, idiot, don't push buttons when you're down frames. So, but just to kind of give you a caveat of what this set's going to be about and what to look forward to. So let's just jump in. I'll go through it and kind of tell you about my thought process, my decision making, where I made some good choices and good execution, places where I definitely did not do either of those things, and all that stuff. So let's just go ahead and jump in here. So just starting right off, trying to fujin in, search for counter hits, poke with sweep, get caught by far S, because that's what you do when you're fighting Ram. Have to burst early because I wasn't patient when getting knocked to the corner. Right off the bat, try to hop, get punished for it. Go for the ride, get dropped, you're in the corner, never a fun time. I try to push a button when I shouldn't have. Try to push a button when I shouldn't have again. And yeah, this is how the early part of this set went. I was very, very often getting shoved in the corner and obstinately trying to fight my way out in places I shouldn't have. This is an early game, so I did my litmus test. Can they block Reen? And immediately, this player blocked Reen, so I'm like, well, that's probably not good. Horrible burst. Horrible, horrible burst. Don't do this. Do not do this when you're fighting Ram. If you start getting knocked towards the corner, just wait. Do not try to burst when you're midair like this. This is free lunch for Ram players. They're going to stop, laugh at you, and then you're going to get your combo reset, and you're going to have a sad, and then you're going to die. So yeah, this is how the early parts of this looks like. Just got mollywopped. Completely ugly. Not playing smart. Refusing to do stuff. This, pretty good. Get some offense going early on. I like this. Spin into reset pressure. This right here actually using this string, I found when I get a blocked fan needles in the corner, I am really liking using stand heavy as a follow-up because it does a lot better job of catching jumpers. So people who try to up back out of fan needles but don't do it quick enough, I found this is really good for that. I autopilot this a little too long and I do end up getting counterpoked, but I've become a big fan of that, especially against characters with slower normal. So something to keep in mind if you get someone to block fan needles in the corner. So trying to dance around the swords, not a terribly easy or fun thing to do against Ram. Get caught on a backdash, get caught on a backdash again because I backdashed too much. This was actually like good patience for once on my part. A lot of times, and you'll see it later in this set, in this situation right here, where I'm pushing the corner and they throw the low sword to detonate, I will usually try and spin out of that. If you haven't played the Ramlethal matchup a lot, if they push the low sword into the corner on top of you, and they aren't there to cover you with another normal, like another like low kick or something, or they don't spin meter, you can always auto guard after this. This does not detonate fast enough to hit you with the block stun and then keep you from auto guard spinning. I opt not to because I'm trying to be more patient. I do manage to get out, force her into the corner, but immediately get a counter hit. That's a really dangerous burst I just did. I panic burst a lot in this set. I panic burst a lot in general, and it's something I desperately need to work on. But yeah, this burst back here is suspect. Like, I would not have recommended doing this, but I did, and I got away with it, so we maintained the corner. This right here is not great. I've gotten really bad about not confirming Rin in the corner. If I'm going to do it, and I have the meter, so like, you know, I have the meter to burn, so if it gets blocked, I can be safe, right? Assuming they don't interrupt. Well, Ram could have interrupted, because look how much tension she has. We'll get back to that soon. But instead of confirming this and not spinning meter, I spin meter and end up confirming and end up not having as good of a combo. So, not great. This part I did like, though. I was pretty happy with this little bit of a sequence. I'm trying to do more creative uses of meter. And so, after I saw this combo drop, I'm like, I'm going to shimmy and just do a late Roman cancel. All right, go low. A lot of people, when they see Roman cancels like that, assume you're going to try to do overhead or something. So that one worked out. That part I was actually happy with. But that sequence was still pretty sloppy, all things considered. So back to the neutral game. Ram spokes with better mind. There's the auto guard spin out. So yeah, if you've never seen this, this is something really, really, really important to learn in this matchup. Extremely important to learn. We'll back up here just so you can see this. But yeah, if you ever get corner sword set on you and they're all the way over there and they don't spin meter, you do not have to hold this. You can auto guard out. Now, good Rams will come up into this area and kind of shimmy on you a little bit to wait and see if you try to mash throw, and then they'll just counter hit you on the throw whiff animation. So don't autopilot spin into throw when this happens if you see Ram move up into the vicinity. Kind of watch what they're doing and see if you just need to try and jump out, if you need to block, whatever. But this at least eliminates the process of having this explosion force you in the corner and Ram just gets free pressure. At least this makes her work for it. In this case, I'm able to get a throw. We start the 2A chokey. Works like a charm. Throw, then the meaty to get the counter hit. Should have confirmed that better so I could have Isanogi'd at the end, but still, doing what needs to be done. There's a nice counter poke. So, this is a botch sequence, straight up. With how much health Ram has, I should be finishing the round here. I should be finishing the game here with this. But this is just a botch sequence. That's all there is to it. So, I decide I'm going to go for blue RC butterfly. And I get the blue RC, but I don't hit dash forward before I do it. And I honestly hate the way they did the dash part of Roman cancels. To me, it's so unintuitive to do the put in the dash input before the Roman cancel, and that dictates your momentum. But it is what it is. I'm used to it by now, but I just miss it on this. I try to do a very late dust, get wire seed, lose my advantage here. Then I run up, bet on a Cacho Fuguettes. It doesn't work. Feels bad. Now I'm out of meter. I'm in the corner. Yep, get thrown. Trying to be a little more patient here. Trying to wait my turn, not just mash out of the corner and get destroyed for it. There, I finally fish for a sweep, get counter hit. Ow, my face. This game should have been over. Again, bet on Kachu forgets at the beginning of the round. Doesn't work out at all. Beginning of the round. Beginning of the wall break sequence. And yeah, drop that round. That's really bad. Just not a good sequence all around. Gotta be smarter than that. Gotta make sure I execute that blue RC and take that round and take this game. That should have been over. So, make my way back in. Nice confirmation of the knockdown. Butterfly Oki. Yep, good kick throw. We'll take that. I go straight for the meaty out of the Oki. That is a god-awful sequence. My god. Klaige, you're bad. This is so much wrong all at once. So, going to Fujin. Okay, yeah, I have meter, so Fujin options are actually on the table. Ram doesn't have meter. Fujin options are on the table. Not going to get immediately supered. That's good. Rin. All right, they got blocked. That's unfortunate. Good job. They reacted. They blocked. As you should if you know how to defend against Fujin. And then I just stand there and don't RC when I have well over 50% to keep myself safe and maintain pressure. Why did I not do this? I actually don't know. Probably because my brain hamster fell off the wheel and my hands went stupid, would be my best guess. But either way, I didn't do it, so I get hit, and then I immediately panic burst. This is a do not do this sequence for the ages. This is just every bad decision compounding on top of itself. Like, I did a dumb by not Roman canceling, and then I decide to double down on doing a dumb and panic burst, and it gets baited. And now a game that I should have ended a round ago, but I failed to do a proper blue RC, now has me looking at losing the whole game, not just that round. Rin hits this time. I try to bait. This is good. Like, that's just smart, waiting to see what I do and waiting till I commit to a move that's burstable. So that's just good play right there. I can't be upset about that. Nice forward punch, swats me out of the sky. Now I'm in the blender. So yeah, remember what I talked about not too long ago? When they do low sword plant, if they don't have anything to follow it up with, you can auto guard out. Well, look at the range Ram's in. Guess what I tried to do here? I'm like, it's fine. I can auto guard out of this. Sure can't. Sure can't. That's a foot. And that's a counter hit. And that's me in a very, very bad position. Not quite dead. But that was a terrible sequence again. Just like, I know better. I know I'm not supposed to do that there. Catch with this. I had ample ways to do better than this. I could have went for the air dash / land close S combo. I could have Roman canceled that jump kick to pop her up. There's a million ways I can end this round right here. And I just don't. So again, another poor play. I get away with it. I end up taking this round. But I honestly should have lost for everything that goes on here. Like, that's a great counter hit. That's a terrible conversion off it. And then I get the block and I get the air dash to catch her pushing. If she mashes super there, I die. So I get a win there, but it's not a good or satisfying win. I made very poor choices at the end of that round. And yes, end of round situations where you're both really low on life are very scrambly. So it's not the worst thing in the world, but I had way better opportunities to take that game than in the way I did it. And it wasn't very good. And it's important to know when you're looking back at your own replays or looking back at sets you've played, be able to differentiate the wins where you executed well and your game plan went how you wanted it to go versus times where you probably made a poor decision, but it worked out. Because fighting games are like that. You can make bad decisions and still get hooked up. It's very much a thing. So going into a new game here, nice catch. Should have comboed that, dropped it. That should have been a lot of damage. But a good sequence overall of, I see her block fan needles. I just throw out far S trying to see if she'll mash buttons, but I should have converted that for more. Get the counter hit there, and now I get the burst. So that's something. Good crossover into the corner. Thought she was going to jump here, so obviously went into code to catch her jumping. Doesn't work, but I'm able to get a hit, maintain the corner. This time, Reen works. And this is something I'm trying to implement into my game. I am trying to do better combos and actually use co-loops now. Because now that I understand how they work better and I've looked at the damage, it does so much more damage than doing stuff like landing and doing stand kick into fujin into rin. So I'm really trying to add those into the game plan, especially against lightweights. Really, really important. Nice counter hit. We'll take that. I opt not to Roman cancel here for a couple reasons. One, her burst is almost back. So if I Roman cancel that Nagiha and go into like, you know, close S, 2H, Ko, somewhere in the middle of that, she's going to get to burst, almost assuredly. And by that point, I'll have committed and have no meter to try and react to a burst. So all that's going to happen is I'm going to Roman cancel, end up getting a little bit more damage, and then she's going to burst out and avoid hard knockdown. So I opt to just not do that and take my soft knockdown here given the situation, which is not something you want to do against Ram, but the game situation, I thought it was not worth a Roman cancel there. Same thing. Auto guard through. This time, she just runs up and pokes me out of it. Because, again, as I talked about in the auto guard video, yes, I auto guarded, but that's a projectile. Ram is not frozen in any way, so she walked up, punished me for it. Roman cancel maintains pressure. This is something I'm doing too much. This particular sequence where I do close S into 2S into spin, I have definitely been using this way too much, and as you can see, I get predictably punished for it. So I need to vary up my spin timings and my pressure strings more, because I've definitely been using that way too much, and she sniffed that out really easily. That's the third hit of Rekka Rip. I didn't think they would, which was really ignorant of me to think that the third Rekka wouldn't be on the table here. That was a little too far back, but that's all right. We'll get back to it in a second here. So yeah, get spun on. Burst, trying to get some breathing room. So yeah, Ram has 50% meter here. There is no reason for me to not believe that a delayed third hit of her Rekka string is coming here. Like, this was ignorant of me to push a button, and I deserve to lose here. That's just not smart. Ram has every right to just let that rip when she can keep it safe. It's not unlike using Reen, except, well, it's a lot easier to keep it safe. This is another thing I do that works a lot, where I hit someone with a jump in, like a jump S, as I jump in, and it's too far away to really combo on anything, so I land and dash in and throw. This works a lot, but I do it too much, and I've noticed that people are starting to catch on to stuff like air dash, jump punch, dash in, throw, you know, hit a jump S, dash in, throw. People are getting more wise to that because a lot of players do this because it's good. Like, people freeze up when they get hit. But I have noticed that more and more good players are starting to react to that very quickly. So I need to be better about taking that same situation and going up and doing like a dash 5S or something like that and catch someone trying to throw tech so that I can actually like get a counter hit kind of thing. It's just something to be aware of. Butterfly in the throw, good sequence. Try to double dip. I get thrown this time, and now in the corner. Good interrupt. This is a good interrupt. I'm happy with this interrupt. This is much better patience than I was showing earlier in the set. Waiting. Cool. Caught the reset and the pressure. Mash my way out. All right. Going to Fujin. Not the worst thing. I just built 50%. That's all right. Immediately hop. That's not good. We've talked about hop. We've talked about how it's not good. It's still not good. Nothing's changed yet. So this was a good thing into a poor decision. Get a counter throw. That's nice. Basic pressure. Fan needles. Try to catch mashing. Opt to use my meter. Maintain pressure. Another tick throw. This is risky, but I decided to do this over the 2H Oki because a lot of people freeze up when I do OTG into Butterfly. And since Ram had 50% meter, I thought this might prevent her from trying to swing on me. And it works out. This is still a risk, and you can see I don't try to follow it up in case she tried to fit in a hit between the Butterfly. And then I do gapless Nagiha, catch her feet, take a game. So it's debatable whether that OTG into Butterfly is remotely good. If anyone knows how that OTG works, they get out for free or they super me and I die. But I thought in that case, I wanted that as opposed to trying to do 2H spin meaty or Fujin hop OTG meaty, because I figured that would put me in a much more likely position to get reversal supered, and I didn't want to try and outguess that. So, again, debatable if that's the correct decision. Same thing again. Hit a jump S, dash and throw. Works again. But I have my doubts to the longevity of this. I definitely need to tone back its use a little bit, because I have definitely been thrown out by some players. Try the double dip on the throw again. Into the corner we go. Better interrupt. And get a counter hit Fujin and get a burst. Pretty good all around, other than the fact that, well, now I'm back in the corner, and that's unfortunate. But counter hit, thankfully out of range to the combo. Trying to wait my turn. Trying to play more patiently than I was earlier in this set. And like I said, in a couple of the games where the replays are corrupted and desync and I can't show them to you, I mean, I got put in the corner and it's just counter, because I just refused to sit and block and wait my turn because I'm like, I don't want to get tick thrown. I hate that Rams can tick throw me so easily. Well, that's called not respecting a character with very good offense, especially a character with incredibly good corner offense. So I kind of resigned myself to being like, look, you're probably going to get thrown, but it's better than just getting counter hit for free. There was a good adjustment from last time. I actually looked down when I saw the Rekka sequence start, and I looked to see how much meter Ram had. And guess what? Ram had enough for a Roman cancel. So I didn't mash buttons like a dum-dum. So good job. Smart adjustment on my part for once. Get hit by the empty air dash low. That's a pretty gross mix-up. Auto guard through that. That's something. Get out poked by jump S. Interrupt. Get in. And auto guard. Pretty good sequence all around. Not unhappy with it. There we go. Catch with the dust. Missed my connection there. That should have been the end of the round because I had super on deck. That was definitely a round ender, but I dropped it. Unfortunate. This is a pretty gross fuzzy mix-up. I've never seen this before until this set, but this is pretty gnarly. I'm gonna have to lab this and see how this works, but because you have to stand up for this, and then seeing this, like, I just flinch. I flinch and hit down back. So I'm in crouch status, even though it doesn't look like it. So that's a fuzzy. And then a nice confirm out of it. I'm not going to lie to you all. I'm stunned I teched this. This is not a throw I usually teched, but I've just kind of been training myself to, when Rams dash up, I just be prepared to tech throws. Rams love to dash up and throw you in this matchup. They love it because they know how much Anji's like to auto guard because of her long range pokes. This is a really good anti-air into corner pressure. Beater. Trying to wait my turn. Finally auto guard out. It's something. Get a little daylight. Good tech for the tick throw. I auto guard. Again. If that sequence doesn't sum up the Anji Ramlethal matchup, I don't know what will. You have to use auto guard in this matchup to an extent because you cannot outpoke Ramlethal. You flat out can't do it. Even though you can hit her with far S's and stand kicks, what you get off of those compared to what she can get off any counter hit far slash is so far against your favor that this is the kind of stuff you have to do. And unfortunately, it ends as the matchup ends sometimes. I auto-guarded twice successfully, got nothing for it, and then eventually got hit by far S. So, feels bad. Here we go, back in the corner again. Trying to wait my turn. Spins the meter, yep. Finally tried to mash, have to burst, because I was going to die. I was 100% going to die there if they finish the combo. Why does Ram get so much off this stuff? It's so gross. So yeah, pretty bad life deficit there, and sure enough, not able to run that one back. So yeah, that's a pretty good summation of how this matchup had been going early on. It's just me being impatient when I get forced to the corner, not waiting my turn, and then this Ramlethal taking full advantage and punishing me for it. There's a nice auto guard into sweep. Same thing, predictable spin, so it gets teched. Tried to and get thrown for it. That's just good Fujin defense. And then I mashed something. I know exactly what I did here. I went for reversal auto guard here and didn't get it. Because I'm like, you know what? You're going to swing on me. And I was right. She did swing on me, but I missed my execution. This This is just greed. I got this auto guard, and I immediately tried to go for stand S for a counter hit. And that's just dumb. Like, I know better. That's a crouching kick. It doesn't have a lot of recovery. I just need to take my throw. That was just dumb. So I get forced to the corner. Feels bad. Do get out very quickly. But hey, how about that? I seem to recall somewhere on the internet, maybe on YouTube, someone recently did a guide about fujin follow-ups and some of the innate weaknesses they have. And I remember, I think there was a section where that guide talks about how when your opponent has 50% tension, fujin goes so far down in value that it's not even funny, because if they have any kind of a decent reversal super, you die if you do anything but gapless Nagiha. Oh, look what I did. I'm so smart. No, I'm not. Just dumb. Just not even following my own guide because I'm that smart. Do as I say, not as I do, children. Anyway. Tick throw. This time I have some offense. I like this sequence a lot. I was very happy with this corner sequence. Holding the corner with butterfly. Finally catch with a Reen and force a burst. That is a solid set of corner decisions. Because this Ramlethal knows how fujin works, as we're backing up all the way to see this. So I know this person's going to play defensively once they're blocking. Like, they're going to wait and see what I do and react because they can. So in this case, I'm like, all right, let's do a tick throw. Let's start butterfly Oki. I try to go for the empty jump, don't get it. So I'm like, let's do another butterfly. Now we fujin. Now we go for Reen. Ta-da. The other thing I want to point out, besides the fact that I'm fairly happy with that corner sequence, is even if you are playing someone and they block Reen, that doesn't mean Reen is completely unusable. You can still use it with meter because you can keep yourself safe. And to be perfectly honest, you're going to have to throw Reen out once in a while. You have to hope you can catch someone sleeping with Anji once in a while, because our offense is just that stunted in a lot of ways. We got to take those risks sometimes. So don't be afraid to use Reen just because it gets blocked. Yes, it's not fun, but sometimes you got to do it. RC again, so I can get wall break and close this out. Good use of resources, smart game awareness, actually did a full execute combo. That feels good. Nice air dash, jump heavy in, finally got something. Go for the reset because I can, and then drop this. I've been dropping this a lot. I'm waiting too long to hit the stand kick to juggle off those, and it's something I need to go back in the lab and practice because I've been dropping way too many of those lately. Trying to catch with code, just kind of fishing. All right, we're back in. Delayed Nagiha, keep the pressure on. There we go. Caught them mashing after they blocked fan needles. My one and only plus frame move. This is bad. I've been doing this a lot too. If you're ever going to play air to air against Ramlethal, don't hit jump H. That button's not good in the first place, and it's especially bad in situations like this. And I do this a lot. Don't do this. You just get counter hit. I need to be looking for jump kick or jump punch there. Because jump H ain't beating Ram jump S. That's not happening. Counter poked out of Ko. Feels bad. Counter poked out of Ko. Feels bad. Finally get in. Catch a counter hit of my own. Hooray. Steal a game. So there was some good and bad in that game. It wasn't all bad, but it wasn't fantastic either. Get a tick throw. Start the pressure. Right idea, slow execution. I could have probably actually gotten this throw, but I was just slow and walked forward. This needs to be a barely tap forward. Like, I take like 2.5 steps here. Like, this needs to be hit throw now. Like, but I take way too many steps, and then it's just an easy tech at that point. So, good idea, poor execution. Waiting, trying to counter poke, which is not fun against Ramlethal, obviously. All right, that's nice. Counter hit Fujin. In these situations, whoops. Let's see, where were we at? Should be this right. Yeah, so these situations right here. What? Windows, please. Where you have them somewhat backed up to the corner. That is a good time to try and poke with Fujin. because you're much more likely to catch them since they have less room to work with. So trying to hit a counter hit Fujin in this situation right here, that's not bad at all. I'm very guilty of trying to use counter hit Fujin too often in open space where there's a lot more room to backdash and react and whiff punish. But in this range, a lot more ideal, a lot more acceptable to try that. So got the counter hit, earned the burst. Auto guard, did it again. Did it again. Exact same thing. This is just me being greedy. I successfully auto guarded. I could have thrown here. Absolutely could have thrown this. But no, I want close S because I want my counter hit into big damage because I hate Ramlethal. Well, stop being dumb. Take your throw. Don't be greedy when you're not supposed to be greedy. My own damn fault. All right, slowly moving in. Hey, Reen got blocked. I actually used resources. Tried another tick throw. Did not work. I hadn't tried the 2K tick throw yet, so I was kind of surprised when that got beat. I'll take that trade because it's a hard knockdown for me. You'll notice I'm kind of being a little bit more careful here when I follow up after this because I'm like, that's 50% meter. I really don't want to eat counter hit super, so I play a little bit more conservative. Gapless Nagiha because I don't want to get supered. Gapless Nagiha because I don't want to get supered. Just predictable spin, get thrown, and into the corner. Smarter patience this time. So much. If you guys could have seen all of the early games, you would have seen how terrible my corner defense was. So good patience, find the gap, get some meter to work with. This is a nice confirm, and I was shocked I didn't die from this. Absolutely shocked I didn't die from this. This is incorrect. The blue RC is a great idea. Wall break, blue RC after a wall break is really good, especially if it's a situation where you're both set back to neutral, where they don't super you and get the hard knockdown. But in this case, where I was supered, blue RC is extra correct. This is a smart thing. What wasn't correct, and don't know why I chose this, was blue RC backwards. Like, blue RC is a free chance to advance. I just created more space in a matchup where I'm easily outpoked. That is blatantly the wrong decision. So, good idea that for some reason I'm like, I want more space. And it's like, why do I want more space against Ramlethal? Oh, right, the other thing. I wanted to get close. Well, I'm dumb. And I paid for it. Early throw. Other throw. Get thrown again. But I'm being patient. I'm waiting my turn. I'm not going to get counter hit. Finally find the gap, get a knockdown. I was so happy when I did this sequence. So freaking happy. Because I'm just like, just don't. They're baiting you to get counter hit, and you will die because you don't have a burst. So I'm like, I just took the throws. Finally, they decide to stop throwing, and I finally find my gap. And I get my knockdown. Get another knockdown. Finally, now I have the burst. Now things are good. Being careful here because I got away with this. This whole sequence is wrong. See how many gaps there are here? Delayed Gatlings and all that. If she supers, I die. It's going to be counter hit and she can roaming cancel. For whatever reason, she didn't, and I got away with it, and I'm very thankful for it. But this was all super dangerous. And then this makes me so happy. I finally hit a full co-loop. This is pretty. I've been practicing these lately because I've been realizing how much damage I've been leaving on the table on counter hits. This stuff hurts, man. This stuff does so much damage. Look how much damage this does to Ram. And I haven't even gotten to the wall break. Like, that was a grip. I was super excited when I hit that. That's the first really big co-loop I've hit in a match. I'm trying to implement those in every matchup. It's going to take time, but I was super happy to hit that. So again, in the corner, wait my turn. She tries to throw too early, so I get my escape. Hell yeah. Counter hit Fujin. Let's go. Actual adjustments, actual improvements. So this sequence right here, where I get this counter hit. So I opt to take my Roman cancel here for a couple reasons. One, her burst is not going to come back during this combo. And if I soft knockdown, Ram gets away. her burst is going to keep coming back because burst regenerates naturally, even if you're not taking damage or taking hits. And now she has 50% meter. So I want a hard knockdown. I want to be able to dictate how the pace of play is going to happen after this combo. That's why I opt to take this Roman cancel as opposed to that situation earlier where I did not. So now burst. Yep, good tech throw. Ko to hold the corner. Dangerous to do fan needles. Could have gotten supered, but I auto guard through. Ends up working out, but that was super dangerous. This is the throw. Should have Roman canceled. She was dead here. Just didn't pay attention. Yep. I honestly, in fairness, I did not expect that fujin to hit. I expected it to be blocked, which makes doing Rin even stupider. So, again, another one of those situations where I don't get punished for it, but this is probably not good decision making. Try to catch with Ko, nothing doing. Waiting, dancing around, looking for that last hit. Got lucky, we take those. That far as somehow got there for a trade, we take those. And this was the last game of the set. This ended up giving me that 3-0 sweep in the final set, which made me feel really good about the adjustments I made. So yeah, not as many games as I wanted to show you all. Again, this replay corruption thing is infuriating, and ArcSys needs to fix it, but I wasn't expecting to record anything from this session, and it just turned out that I had some footage that made for excellent commentary footage to show you how you can adjust during a set, how you can correct, poor decision making. In my case, a lot of my poor decision making stemmed from just not accepting them. When I'm in the corner, I have to be very careful about picking when it's my turn to interrupt. You against Ram, who has amazing corner offense, you can't just hit buttons and hope to make your way out. Like, you have to pick and choose carefully. And then I need to make better decisions with my Roman cancel usage. I need to make better decisions about not being autopilot with when I spin in block strings, stuff like that. But there were improvements throughout the set. Started doing good things. Hit a full Ko loop. Played much better defensively at the end. So just wanted to highlight this set and kind of walk you through how it was going. Hopefully this is useful in terms of, again, more critical thinking of how to approach a matchup, how to try and adjust when things are not going your way during a set. And, you can actually think like this during a set. You can try and keep little notes in your head of, okay, earlier in the set this happened. How should I adjust later in the set to accommodate that? So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. I'll try and do some more of these commentated sets. Obviously, they seem to be pretty popular, and it helps people understand stuff better. So look forward to more of those in the future. But for now, that's all I've got. As always, appreciate all the feedback and input. Appreciate all the support. Thanks for the likes and subscribes, all that good stuff. Again, this is still just a side hobby, but I do appreciate it nonetheless. And if you think what I'm doing is interesting, feel free to stop over by my Twitch sometime. I definitely stream Guilty Gear. I stream a lot of other stuff as well. And yeah, if you got any questions or comments, as always, leave them down there. I'll try and get to them when I can. And for now, I'm going to call it a video. So thanks for watching. Y'all take care of yourselves, and I'll see you on the next one. Later.